This one's not so much about the camper as it is about the latest project vehicle I got to tow behind the camper. So when I get out to the backcountry, I have a little nimble vehicle to go explore versus trying to traipse around. So it's a 1987 Suzuki Samurai. It's been sitting for a long time on a ranch. Um, Mike, and Dick, three friends of mine. It was a project vehicle, but they got enough projects going on that they needed someone else to deal with this one. So I was the lucky recipient, and it's got some rot, but believe it or not, it's in much better shape than you might expect. It's basically bone stock, unmolested, no lift or ghetto fab other than these two little toe mounts, which are actually easy to remove. But the whole thing's complete, and all the wiring's there. Nothing's been butchered, and it's going to be a fun little project. I'm a big, giant, fat dude, so it's going to be even funnier to watch me drive it. See, the frame's coated with whatever this stuff is from the factory, but there's almost no rust on the frame at all. It's pretty bizarre. It's in much better condition than a lot of Samurais I've seen. Original sway bar, friggin' original stabilizer. Steering box is still there. Stock original leaf springs, probably all original steering. Obviously going to go through all this. Bled the brakes. Brakes work decent enough to move it around in my driveway. This is the main area of rot. It's going to be a pain in the ass. Really bizarre place to get rot. Usually you'll see it where water pools, but this is at the high point of the vehicle and seems to be where all the rot is. And also, removing the doors is a notoriously difficult project, but I was able to follow Highway 83's little tutorial with a cold chisel and a couple whacks and a hammer to break them free. And just slowly going through everything and placing all the holes. It's another bizarre spot for rot. Again, it's at a high point in the vehicle. There's giant gaping holes. Luckily, this whole little pillar here is still available OEM, and I think it's like $150 for both of them. So that'll be fairly easy to deal with. Again, rot up top, but nothing on the bottom. There's no rust in the usual spots, but there's lots of rust in spots where you don't really usually see it. Can't for the life of me figure out how or why, but that's what it is. This won't be a big deal to fix at all. Original back seat, some ghetto bull bar of some sort. Original spare tire carrier, original roll bar. I see this pillar just unbolts. It's fairly easy. It's like, I think 5 screws all together and they come out. I already busted a majority of the screws loose. I spent a long day with the chisel and hammer and was able to get a lot of them loose. The door handle was broken off when I first got it, so I went in and replaced it with an Amazon replacement. It's absolute horrible quality, so it'll eventually be getting the aluminum ones. It's got 84,000 on the odometer. No idea if it's been rolled over. My guess is yes. Believe it or not, none of this is rust. It's some glue adhesive that they used for the carpet. The majority of the tub is actually rust-free on the bottom, which is quite bizarre. Dash is still all in one piece. That all still works. It's all original wiring. Nothing's been ghetto rigged. Something goes there. I'm not really sure what. This is the fancy JDM option. A cassette deck mounted in a glove box. If you look close back there, that's the hood release in the glove compartment. It's also weird. You see original door panels. That door actually has some rot on the other side, but the driver's side door is fine. The rust on this is just kind of doesn't make any sense to where it's at. But the whole tub's going to come off of this anyways, and Might just sandblast the whole thing and coat it. I'm not sure yet. Not 100% sure what direction I'm going with this. Yeah, that adhesive's going to be a mother to get out of there. That's the parking brake wire. Original roll bars all in there. Original tire card's been moved over about a foot, which not really sure the reason for that, but it doesn't really matter. So the engine runs pretty poorly. The exhaust is complete ghetto fab and louder than all hell, so that's definitely going to be dealt with. It has the Weber carb at 3236. Way too big for this vehicle. It's usually for like a Jeep 4.2 or something. It runs poorly. I've never had good luck with Weber carbs. Yes, they work. Yes, it'll run, but you can't really tune them all that well. And they suck off camber when you're off-roading. I'm not really sure which route I'll go with that. Long term, it's eventually going to get a fuel-injected motor. But for now, I just want to drive the thing and go beat up on it. Original exhaust manifold with the O2 sensor. It's a pretty bad leak onto the transmission, and everything's Google's telling me it's the distributor housing O-ring dries out and just pisses oil over there. So that kind of makes sense. And all the original wiring, nothing's really been butchered. Radiator overflow bottles in my garage. I have that. The fuel pump's brand new. That's all it really needed to get running, and surprisingly started right up after we replaced it. Took all of about 10 minutes to replace, which was quite welcoming compared to the new technology in all the vehicles. Looks like the alternator's been replaced at some point. Fenders are probably all going to come off and get sandblasted. Hood might be repairable, or I'll just look for a used one. I'm not sure yet. Here's another. These windshield screws are the same as the door screws. I got them all broke loose. I'm just keeping them in there for now. Here's a frame. It's coated with some weird funky stuff from the factory. But believe it or not, there's almost no rust on it. Exhaust is complete garbage and loud as a Honda Civic with a coffee can on it. Driver's door is straight, super clean. Even has the original antenna. There won't be a radio on this at all, that's for sure. No wiper arms. I don't even know if there's a wiper motor. But it's basically about it. It'll be my little tow behind vehicle. Pretty stoked. Towing it home, camper didn't even know it was back there. It's actually kind of scary. Basically a 8-inch drop hitch, had it almost perfectly level. And here's the tow bar that they had for it. It's going to be replaced with a different style. It has the twists and turns when you're off-road or an uneven terrain.